Hey guys! Have you ever heard of twins so close that they only spoke to each other?
Sounds like us on a Sunday morning, right?
No, this goes way deeper than tea and toast. This is the true story of June and Jennifer Gibbons.
This, unlike anything you have heard of, fascinating yet unique.
Although twins are not really unique, there's two of the same.
They lived in silence for 30 years, wrote dark stories, inseparable, but they had this deep fear and a type of loathing for one another. Strange, right? Psychiatrists to this day still can't get their heads around it. Maybe they were cursed. Spoiler alert, this ends with a twist, and it will shock you.
Silence for 30 years. You couldn't even be silent for 30 seconds.
Right back at you.
Then again, neither could I.
Are you ready, guys? It's time for some twin tales. This tale is about the silent twins. Let's go.
It starts in 1963 in Barbados. June and Jennifer Gibbons were identical twins, born just seconds apart.
But they weren't born silent. They were chatty little girls. That is, until their family moved to Wales for a better way of life.
When the girls were old enough to start speaking, it was their own made-up language of which no one could understand but them.
Yep, family members had to guess what they were saying. The twins refused to really communicate with anyone but each other.
It is commonly known that twins have their own made-up language that no one can understand.
Yeah.
However, this usually stops as they get older. I mean, even we had our own language growing up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Being twins.
Yeah.
This was not the case with June and Jennifer.
Their parents would question, why are they talking in that creepy language?
That creepy language was their own dialect. Fast, slurred, impossible to decode.
They literally built a private world, locked everyone out, including reality.
When they were at school, sadly, they faced horrible racism.
Kids can be really nasty.
Yeah.
Racism, bullying. The girls did what they knew best, what they were good at doing. They retreated, but not just from the bullies, from everyone.
Both felt so much guilt and didn't want to be burdening those around them, calling themselves cursed and blamed themselves for what they were enduring.
Regularly, they would take part in a little ritual together, kneeling, praying to God with their Bible, asking to be forgiven and to have the ability to be able to speak with their family.
Adults around them were so concerned they took them to see a professional speech therapist. Unfortunately, she could not help, making no breakthrough of the twins' barrier of silence.
The therapist has been quoted on record saying, Jennifer sat there with an expressionless gaze, but I felt her power. The thought entered my mind that June was possessed by her twin. It seems that she discovered something no one else had just yet.
It's very unsettling, don't you think?
Yeah, very creepy.
Yeah. It was said that June wanted to speak, but Jennifer somehow, for whatever reasons, was preventing her from doing so.
How was that even possible? I can't even keep you quiet.
Right back at you.
The Gibbons family had reached a point of despair. They decided to make some difficult decisions, separating the twins into different schools, wishing for a change and hopefully influence the twins to gain independence and their own identities, instead of them seeing themselves as one person. Now, if I remember rightly, when we was younger, we were separated in our schools because they wanted us to have our own identities and make our own friends. And it did help a little bit, I think.
Yeah, but it
wasn't the right decision for us.
I know we are twins, but we have our own identities, personalities, you know. It's so important, especially for twins, to understand and acknowledge that, you know?
I know it is. Well, the Gibbons family did not succeed and it did not work. Instead of them finding their own independence, it just brought them closer, causing them to retreat further into their own world and abyss.
It caused more harm, resulting in the girls often sitting in catatonic states. This was seen more in June and Jennifer though. It was scary for the Gibbons family and the professionals.
It definitely made things worse. I know we get separation anxiety, but that takes it to another level for sure.
Yeah, it does. All was not lost, or so the family thought. At Christmas, their parents gifted the girls a journal. And so it began. When they both weren't giving the silent treatment, they were writing. Not just writing, but creating, expressing themselves through their novels.
Obsessed. Joining a mail order writing course, these girls pumped out stories, dark, twisted stories, often murder, sex and crime.
I'm thinking, imagine early Stephen King, if he had pigtails. They even published a book called The Pepsi Cola Addict. The family started out happy, thinking things were going better, and that there was a possibility the curse would be overcome. But over time, they realised after reading the work, it was a glimpse inside the twins' troubled minds. A darker reality of the world the twins were in, and it was a scary place.
Yeah, the twins grew into full adulthood, experimenting with drugs and alcohol. This was when things spiraled out of control. One of the twins wrote a story where a doctor hypnotizes a patient into stealing. Next thing you knew, the girls are doing just that.
They got arrested for real. Arson and petty theft crimes. Setting fire to buildings for fun.
Who sets a tractor on fire and goes, well, that's that then?
Twins case, twins. Well, the silent twins did. But made it criminally artistic, I guess. So they got sent to Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric facility.
You know, this place was no joke. Killers, psychopaths, dangerous minds, and at that time, 2 teenage girls who wouldn't say a word.
Locked up for 11 years. Guess what? They still wouldn't talk. Well, except to each other.
Doctors tried everything, but the girls made a pact. A shocking pact. If one spoke, then the other would die.
Yeah, no pressure then. This was bad. Very bad.
One day, a journalist named Marjorie Wallace saw their story. Wallace wanted to reach out and help. She plays a pivotal role in this story as she became a figure of hope and someone for the twins to look to and possibly make change. She also uncovered some truth. She was visiting so often for years. She felt that the twins were misunderstood.
Yeah. After speaking with family and seeing their home and belongings, she wanted to help even more and believed she could make a difference.
Wallace spoke out that the girls were dismissed by society, being known as the silent twins and zombies, and that it was wrong. It was a good turning point. The girls wanted to speak with her, interact, and felt comfortable around her.
Finally, she discovered deeper into their curse and mysteries. Shockingly, she learned that they were harbouring hatred for each other.
How could twins be so full of hate for one another?
I don't know. It's crazy. June really did believe she was possessed by Jennifer. It's weird. She referred to her as a dark shadow over her. Jennifer was the dominant twin and revealed in her diary that the twins were fatal enemies.
Over the years, it was clear June wanted to speak freely without Jennifer present. Wallace, after fighting hard for the girls, managed to get them transferred to a low security unit in Wales.
Wow, I bet that was hope for both of them.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. During a visit just before transfer day, Jennifer spoke up and she said to Wallace, Marjorie, going to have to die because we've decided.
Can't make that up, can you?
The day they were finally being transferred, it happened.
Jennifer dropped dead. Her heart just stopped.
And June?
She starts talking. To this day, no one knows exactly how Jennifer died, but it is said that one twin had to go for the other to be free.
So, were they cursed? Psychic? Or victims of a world that did them wrong and just didn't understand them?
Or was it just a twin bond gone wrong and unfortunate events that took a wrong path through their decisions?
Let us know what you guys think.
We hope you are enjoying our Twin Tales series. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Check out our other channels on TikTok and Instagram, and we will see you next time. Ciao for now.